which is the implementation of Liveline maintenance program. Now, for a long time, customers have demanded a reliable and stable supply. I am happy to report that we have listened to them, and through this program, we are able to enhance the stability of power across the country. All these trucks that you've seen, which have been locally assembled here, with a hoist from the US, will go to all the regions in the country. So by the end of today, the teams that have already been skilled will be able to go with their trucks to all the regions in the country, and starting from tomorrow, we'll have an enhanced reliability where anytime we want to do certain maintenance programs, we'll be able to do them live. This program actually started in 2014-2015 financial year, when we had extensive studies on modern methods of reducing plant outages. And thereafter, we had a pilot phase. The pilot phase, the company acquired 8 insulated platforms, similar to this, and 3 digger derricks. To upskill this team, the company trained over 70 staff on Liveline maintenance, and this team was thereafter deployed across the country. Following the success of this pilot phase, World Bank came on board with a funding of USD 20 million, that's approximately 2 billion Kenya shillings, for the procurement of insulated platforms that you are seeing here, tools and accessories, the establishment of a testing facility, and training of staff in distribution Liveline techniques. The details are as follows. We constructed and equipped a laboratory for testing Liveline equipment. You are aware that safety is a critical concern when people are working on Liveline. So it's imperative, therefore, that all those tools periodically are taken for testing, so that we can assure and reassure our staff whenever they are up there that they are safe to work on Liveline. We also supplied a truck-mounted aerial platforms, 24 of which are rated at 46 kV, which means that they can be able to work on 33 kV lines that are basically mostly in Thika, Mombasa, part of Western region and the like, and Machakos and the other areas of Kitengela. And 4 number 132 kV insulated platforms. These ones now can be able to work on our 132 lines. So they can also supplement the aerial team that had been able to work on Liveline with the helicopters, should there be any need for us to work Liveline. And also to supply tools and accessories for Liveline maintenance, including training of 144 staff. And I'm happy to indicate here that we had a good complement of our lady engineers who were also skilled to be able to work there. And you saw their proficiency when they were up there. In fact, the interesting part is that now it's becoming the area of choice. Most of our lady engineers would want to really work in this very high-skilled area of lifeline maintenance. And kudos for the lady engineers. And I was told to say that, of course, the boy child is also amongst the team that were also equally highly skilled. So thank you, team, for a good work. So benefits of this Lifeline program include, among others, is that we are able to work on the lines live so that customers are not interrupted whenever we are working on our faults. This is able, therefore, to reduce the unserved energy levels that we used to have, which have come down to by almost 40% since we started use of this infrastructure, which then means that our revenues were protected at the time when our teams were working on the lines. Equally, you could have seen that by us embracing this new technology, the number of skilled staff that we have per team, that is a crew, also came down from what we used to have about 8 to 9 to about only 3 or 4 at most. And even the time taken for them to be able to do some of those maintenance-related tasks have also reduced from the normal 7-8 hour projects to as low as 1 to 2 hours, therefore improving on our efficiency and our times.
The equipment that we are launching today are part of, were financed under one of the World Bank projects called Kenya Electricity Modernization Project, which was approved by the World Bank Board in 2015. Okay, why modernization? That project is for an amount of $257 million. Kenya Power is implementing about 95% of that 250 million. Part of that was for the modernization of itself, of the distribution network, the operations of the distribution network at about 90 million. So what that did under that component is to look at ways of modernizing the operation of the network, the way the network is operated, through the introduction of lifeline maintenance in the distribution network. That is, it's already being done for the transmission network, but now it was to cascade it to the distribution network. And then we are also supporting KPOC to extend the SCADA to cover 69 additional major distribution substations, which will enable the operation and also the monitoring of these distribution substations from the SCADA so that they are visible on the SCADA. Thirdly, we were also supporting KPOC to automate the network so that the network can also be operated remotely. We believe that this is an important project, and part of this is what we are launching here today, which means that KPOC will be able to operate and do repairs on the distribution network while it is live. So we believe that that this equipment, and we would actually urge KPOC that the equipment are used for the purpose, so that the number of customers affected by a breakdown can then be minimized, or when you are doing your maintenance, you do not have to switch consumers. So we are hopeful that that the use of this equipment will be able to not only enhance the quality and reliability of power supply, because we consumers will not have to be interrupted whenever you are doing your maintenance works, but also it's also going to mean something to KPOC's financial position, because every shutdown that you do is a lost opportunity for sales of energy.
Hey, the guy is starting.
Kazi yako ni kuclap na kusmile.
Angkor, Godani.